Howdy, gang, and welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host, here at the Gaming Gang channel. Thanks for joining me once again. Today, I am going to unbox and take a first look at Shadow Network from Talon Strikes Studios. This is designed by Rafael Rosario with artwork provided by James Churchill. The game is for 1 to 5 players, ages 14 and up, and plays in around 75 to 90 minutes. Now, the standard edition carries an MSRP of $60, or you can grab the deluxe edition for an MSRP of $80. We'll mention, as I am recording this, there's a little bit of a discount going on with both editions, and you can pick up standard for $55 or the deluxe edition for $75. All right, all that said, let's swing on over to the other camera because here I've got Shadow Network. So first of all, let's get this shrink wrap off here. And I do want to mention the fine folks over at Talon Strikes Studios were kind enough to provide me with this review copy of Shadow Network. But neither I nor anyone else affiliated with the Gaming Gang has received any other sort of compensation for me to share this coverage with you. These days, it's very, very important that you know that. I also don't know if this is the standard edition or the deluxe edition, but I will say this box is pretty heavy. Let's take a look at the back. 1960. Cold War is upon the world. In the dark shadows, agencies are gathering intelligence on financial institutions, political figures, military installations, and top secret technology advancements. However, where one agency thinks they have exclusive access on intel, leaks within the network cause information to spill around the world. Which agency will be able to gather enough intel on their high-profile targets, and at what costs? Who will have built the best Shadow Network? It says there's 2 modes of solo play. Play against the Lone Syndicate or play as the Black Talon Syndicate through 8 action-packed missions. Travel the globe, hunt down a network of spies, and gather the intel you need to become the most powerful network. All right, let's open this up. So let's see here. Got a bunch of items in here. Looks like we've got, I think those might be clear cards. We'll find out in just a bit. So we've got some small European-sized cards here for official use only. And then a standard size deck of cards. So here we've got our rule book. So we have code of conduct and mission briefing. So this is for the solo game. So we will take a peek at both of these. I like how they've got the little cut here on these punch boards so you can actually get them out of the box. So that was good. I'm glad they did that. Right, so we've got a ledger. I think each of the players gets a player board, and then we have an overall game board. Let's just drop these out. All right, so we'll take a look at all of these goodies in just a moment. But first of all, let's dive on into our rule books. So this looks like this is our core book. So it shows us our components. So we've got a game board, clipboard, 5 player boards. We have 30 target contract cards. Got intelligence files, spent briefcase trackers. We've got various different agents of different colors for each of the players. Starting handlers, other handlers, black market tokens, black market cards. So I'm going to take a guess. We've got a little bit of a worker placement aspect to this. Okay, secret data cards. So we got 15 of those. So it's talking about how to set up the game. And it looks like the game board here with these areas on the board, it seemed to have been kind of cut out. So something pops on in there. So we got our players set up and our gameplay overview. So we've got the black market reset, espionage and analysis, and upkeep. So our black market reset is going to be removing all face-up handler cards from the board and placing them into the discard pile. Removing all black market tokens from cities on the game board. And then there is a chart, I guess, above on the clipboard, revealing the number of black market cards shown for the number of players in round, and place a black market token on each of the city locations, which are shown on the revealed cards. Okay. Then we got espionage and analysis. Starting with the first player, going clockwise, players take turns to perform one of the following actions. Espionage action. Player must place an agent in order to take an espionage action. Or you can pass. You may only pass if you already played both of your on-call agents. After passing, you end your turn. Cannot take any further espionage actions in the round. So the espionage actions include placing an agent, collecting leaked data, collecting secret data, leaked data, and then there's black market actions. All right, and then it gives us a breakdown of how to do these things. And then we have upkeep. So we wrap up by incentivizing. So you place one influence on every city on the game board with no agent present. So that, I guess, incentivizes the players to travel around the globe with their agents. Take your HQ agent actions, retrieve agents, pass your first player token, and advance the round token. And then we've got our end game scoring. The game ends at the end of the upkeep phase in round 4. Reveal completed target contracts and all uncompleted target contracts still in your hand in order to score them. Add the influence gained to any that you acquired during the game for your final score. So you gain influence or subtract influence from your final score at the end of the game in one of two ways. Turn in, game end, or penalty. So I guess each of these cards are going to, I would take a guess, if you've completed the contract, you get the points. If you have the contract in hand that you have not completed, then that is a penalty. You're going to lose those points. We'll find out. We will find out. This looks very interesting. I'll tell you what, the components look really nice. So then we've got, are these variants? Tradecraft components. So this is an expansion. Maybe this is the deluxe edition that we're taking a look at. So we have impersonation, dead drop, surveillance, wiretapping. Very cool. All right. So these are the rules to the game. And then here we've got our solo game. And as we saw in the back of the game box, there are two ways to play. So here's our lone syndicate. We're not going to dive as in-depth with this as we did with the rule book, but here are the different scenarios. So we also have the other way you can play solo is to go through, I think it said 8. I think it was a series of 8 scenarios, different missions. So here there are 2. Okay. Maybe I misread that there were 8. But it is cool that we have 2 solitaire versions. So that's kind of cool. I like that. get you a lot of replay out of the game. All right, so next up, we've got some punch boards, and now I will actually zoom in a little bit so we can get a better look at the cards and everything. And let's make sure that that is nice and focused there. So here are our punch boards. I'm going to take a guess that these are influence. So we've got 1 and 5. Okay. So then we've got 10. Here's our first player. And then we've got targeted locked. Okay. So we have got those. Now that is, I think, is this our clipboard? Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe this is solitaire. So this says regular board A and advanced board B. And decent enough cardstock. It's not super thick, but it's not just flimsy cardstock, that's for sure. Okay, so this says Black Talon. So I think this is for the solitaire game. So I believe this is the player board for the solitaire game. But these are cut out a little bit so that those little briefcase tokens are going to sit in here. They're not going to shake all over and fly all over if the table gets bumped. So that's cool. I like that. Probably get a better feel for how deep that is. Okay, so that is Black Talon. Oh, they all say Black Talon. Okay, so maybe these are all just the player boards, which we should have 5. There we go. So they're all identical. Okay, so we've got that. Then we have got, is this the clipboard? Yes, this is our clipboard. This is where we're going to track rounds. We've got target cards, black market. Here's that black market table that we saw the reference to. So there's that. So we have that, and then we've got our game board. So it looks like you need a little bit of room on your table. You're going to need some space there to be able to set this up. So it looks like we've got handlers up here. And then here we have got the various different locations. New York, Mexico City, Casablanca. Now, these also have a cut to them. And I think it's these cards that go there. That's what it kind of looked like. So we're going to take a peek at that in just a bit. So essentially, this is a game board of the globe, these various different locales. And we will zoom in a little bit more because then we're going to take a look at all these various different tokens and cards. See what we've got here. So here are various different colors of those briefcases. Some of them actually have 2 colors on them, as you can see here. It's like blue and purple. Then these are all white. And then we have these little rectangular pieces. So we've got that. Then we've got our agents and the various different colors. Just like so. And I think we've got 4 of each color. And as you can see, these colors are designed so if someone is colorblind, they'll be able to tell the difference. That's cool. So these are all of the various different tokens. This must be, maybe this is these represent Intel, because it appears that they match the different colors here. So we've got the purple, we've got the yellow, we've got the blue. They don't match the colors of the various different agents, which would be the player colors. All right, so we've got all of that. Now let's take a look at the different cards. Let me grab my, well, let's see how well these, oh, there we go, nice. It's funny because every once in a while, I'll run across games that have these little tabs for you to pull. It's absolutely useless. They really are. Okay, so we've got black market cards. These are solitaire cards for the Lone Syndicate. And then these are our target cards. I remember, I think there were 30 of those. And then we have official use. And then solo objective. So I think these are going to be handler cards in this deck. So some of the solo objectives: complete at least 3 target contract before endgame scoring. Get them done. I think that indicates the complexity. Complete at least 2 target contracts which require blue briefcases of intel. Compile at least 4 top secret purple briefcases of intel. So I think that is probably the more difficult of the objectives. So these are our solo objectives. This are Lone Syndicates. So Beijing, Cape Town, London, Mexico City, Moscow. Sweet. Very cool. All right, let's see what we got. So black market. So this is where we have to draw cards to put those black market tokens. So Tokyo and Beijing, Sydney and New York, Rio and Rome, New York and London, Moscow and Rio, Mexico City, Tokyo, and it's showing what color that we're going to use. And then we also have stuff going on the back. So it looks like these are negative influence. Maybe it's if we don't get that out of the black market. I don't know. Gotta say, I am intrigued. I am very intrigued here. All right, so here we've got, these are targets, right? Yep. So we get a payoff. It's got the take. So so it looks like if you turn that in, you get 14 influence. At the game end, it's worth 10 influence. And I guess if you don't complete it, it's a penalty of 4. It's kind of cool. We've got different images on all of these. I was going to say, don't we have any women? I was going to say, it looks like they're all men. We get a name for them. That's kind of cool. All right, so those are our target cards. These are our handler cards. So we have starting handlers. I thought we have 10 starting handlers. Oh, must be with the red box. Yep. So there we go. Okay. And then lastly, we have these cards. Which like I said, I think they're plastic. They are, and they're clear. So, tell you what, this is what I think you actually do with these is that they go like so. And then that's why there's a little tab area here so you can lift the card back out easily enough. I like that. That's very cool. That's thinking ahead. So, but yeah, I think this is how, well, it's got to work like this because you can see there's, looks like that might be supposed to be like a push pin or something. So yeah, that's how these will work. Cool. Very nice. All right. So we've got the game board as well as our clipboard, the various different player boards. So we've got 5 of those. And the encryption ledger. We've got the punch boards, as well as the solitaire game rules and the standard game rules. We've got these clear plastic cards. We have our target cards, our handler cards, our black market cards, our solo syndicate cards, as well as our solo objective cards. Whole bunch of tokens and briefcases for various different intel. And that is what we find when we take everything from Shadow Network outside the box. Of course, I will have a review of Shadow Network in the not too distant future. I've actually heard good things about this game. It's actually pretty well regarded over on Board Game Geek. So stay tuned. I will have a review of Shadow Network in the very near future. Once again, this is available now. It does carry an MSRP normally of $60 for the standard edition and $80 for the deluxe edition. Right now, as I record this, you can actually save $5 on both those editions over at the Talon Strikes Studios website. All right. Thank you very much for stopping by and checking out this video. Everybody enjoy a very happy new year. That is right around the corner. And of course, if you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, don't forget, ring that bell because it'll not only let you know when I share videos such as this first look, it'll also let you know when my live stream, the Gaming Gang Dispatch, airs Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central. And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all latest in tabletop gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more you are not going to find here on the YouTube channel. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thank you very much for watching. And until I see you next time, here's hoping all of you get to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your gang.